ReefDVMs coming at you today with moving the goats back to the future. Just a play on words, folks. I always kind of liked that movie back in the 80s. But the girls and I on the farm here are hooking up the cargo trailer, and really you've got a couple goats that are on a friend's farm just on the other side of the border, and because of the coronavirus, farms got to do what they got to do. So I got to get these goats back onto my place where they belong for the rest of their duration, so that we're not taxing their farm feed-wise and so forth-wise. So packed up the pickup and the cargo trailer. I threw the Seidel goat cage in it, and we've got 3 of our little boys that were born December, January, late last year, that we've got to go over there and grab. Gotta get those little guys back. So inside here, I've got the Seidel goat trailer box in here. It can fit in any pickup. It's a great tool. Goes together with 4 pins and 4 keys on the top, and I just ratchet strap it down on top of a tarp, throw some hay or straw on the floor of it, and it's got a nice slider door there on the back that you can put the goats in, and off we go. This cargo trailer's got really nice vents, and it's got lighting inside so they can ride in the lighting. Time to fire up the truck and get going. When I got there, like always, it's a little chaotic to find which ones are ours. They've got new kids on the ground and so forth, but we need to get ours back and loaded up and go in here. I'd typically let them be at the other place a little longer, but it's just not the way it's going right now. It's getting hard to move people around in the country, so it's time to load these guys up into the box and get them home. This is part of farming sometimes. So this is inside the cargo trailer. It's well lit. The doors are all shut right now. You can see they can see just fine in here. 3 40-pounders like this do great. These 3 are all weaned and on ready, hay ration and a little bit of grain, and they're doing great. So hopefully it'll be a good year for them and us. Obviously on the farm, during these tougher times where people aren't moving around and doing as much, we just kind of survive as is on the place. So here we are backing into the horse arena. We're going to drop the guys off here. The nice thing about that is when we drop them off here in the horse arena is the girls can take them out. We can get weights, we can get dewormer, we can get probiotics, we can get vaccines in them before sticking them in the barn. And these guys have been off my property now, so they're coming onto my property. So what's going to require us to do is we'll quarantine these guys for about 3 weeks before I put them in with my other parts of my herd. Just want to make sure that they're healthy and safe and we don't miss anything. So we'll segregate these guys for a bit. The other thing is when I stick them on the friends' places, they don't get handling like they need to for future fairs and 4-H. So they're a little bit more spooky. They're a little bit more tired of human contact. They're not always used to all these kids and stuff grabbing and touching. So by keeping them in the barn, hand feeding them, giving them hay, and working with them day in, day out for 2-3 weeks really starts making them comfortable. As you can see, they're quite shy. They're not really sure how to work with the leads yet. These these little bucks just got a little bit of power in them. You know what I mean? But we'll fix that. We'll get them trained nice, and get them all set for shows and so forth, and it'll be fine. We just got to take our time with them and get them used to us. So this little guy right off the bat, first place we'll head to is the scale. Takes Julie a little bit of time to kind of get him calmed down, just get him to relax, Once he starts understanding what she wants, she'll be able to move around quite comfortably. I'd give him about 2 weeks and you'll be following her around like a puppy dog. So once we get him on the scale, which takes a little bit of lifting, I think we're about 30, it's hard to tell, 39 pounds, so we're almost 40. It's about where I like them at this age. I'd, like to bring them onto my property when they're probably closer to 50 to 60 pounds. But again, due to the political environment, need to get them moved over. My daughter Anna here is going to deworm them. We're just using, the dredge thing down the throat. Works really good for us. Goats take it quite easily. She being a teenager is, done this so many times that she's got it down pat. So deworming goats for her, not a big issue. Give him a little treat. Try to get that dewormer to go down. Get him to eat a little bit here. Just get him to relax with us. And then, of course, Dad or Mom's got to poke a shot in. This typical CDT shot. We like to get it in now. The minute they arrive, hit them with another one. It's still winter here. Still snow on the ground. Not a lot, but enough. So they'll still see some grain in their feet. And like to just make sure they're vaccinated and doing well. This is Tabitha's little one. Probably the smallest of the three that I have over there. This goat's probably about 30 pounds. We'll see here in a minute. Oh, we got plenty of spit and vinegar, if you know what I mean. This one I'll need to get for a showing. Its horn's done here quite soon. We can't let them get much bigger. Yeah, see, there's about, it's hard to read that. They're 33 pounds. I think it's about 33 pounds on this little guy. So he's really starting to take off. So we'll get on this guy right away and kind of get him show worthy quickly. So we'll get him a little bit of green too, and I'll get him dewormed. Seems to have a little bit more spunk in this little boy. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes, believe it or not, those bigger ones are a little bit more docile. These little ones, since they've had to kind of, hold their own, they get a little bit more spirit. But again, it'll go good. There she got it in. Once she gets it in that mouth where they feel comfortable, she can give it. And then it's just a matter of putting the shots in. I kind of like to give the shots up by the neck. Everybody's a little different. Maybe it's just the horse part of me. But that's where I like to give it. As you can see, the goats really don't mind the shots. I find that goes pretty easy. This is probably the biggest of the boys we're bringing into place right now. This guy's got a nice stance to him, nice build. I hope he does well for us in the show. Xana gets him altered up here. Should be able to get him down. As always, they always want back in the box. They never want to go in it to come here, and then once we get here, they want back in it. Goats are just like any animal. They like their places of security, and, the box is a comfortable place for them with hay and water in there right now. All right, get this big boy over to the scale. All right, so he's on there. Oh, yeah. Pushing 41 pounds. It's a beautiful weight. So this is how we haul in the goats. This is what we do. Every goat gets probiotic today. Every goat will get the dredge dewormer orally. We'll get the vaccines in these guys. And then, we'll get a nice private 12 by 10 room for the three of them. We'll keep them together. And we'll start monitoring over the next couple weeks just to make sure they do well. I quarantine even goats that I own, and I take off my place and bring back to my place. I know some people don't worry about it, especially when they know it's at a family's place. Doesn't matter to me. Anything that enters this farm is going to be quarantined. I know the last time I showed a goat transportation video, people said, well, how easy is it to put this box together and take it apart? So I'm going to show you quick. We're just going to quick take it apart and put it away. We've got a tarp on the ground with just, some hay in it. You can use straw. You can use, shavings, whatever works for you. It's just basically the 4 little keys on the top, and the roof goes into the inside. And then these 2 posts on each end, which are held in, and then out it comes. It's really easy to take apart. I've got some fishing stuff here that has to go back into the cargo trailer. I store my fishing stuff in there in the summer months, which is upcoming. I'm not really ice fishing much anymore. But again, this is really an easy portable thing. This will fit in the standard pickup. It will fit in the Ford. Well, in the winter when it's cold, I don't really need that drafty cold blowing air on them for, the half-hour drive. We're on kind of central east side of Minnesota, and it takes me about 20 minutes to drive over to the friends over here, pack them back up and drive them back across. So it's a lot easier to do it in the cargo in the dead of cold and know that they're safe and well. Takes us a little bit longer, obviously, take it apart and get it cleaned up, but I wouldn't say much more than a half hour and we got it all, taken down and put away. Same with setting it up. So it works pretty good. As far as transporting goats, remember to make sure you follow your rules, guys, with the scrapies and, your health certificates and so forth. Even though these are at a relative's place, because I've got them across the border in Wisconsin, I got to have the get the paperwork for CVI so I could transport them back and forth. So that went smooth. See, we just pick up the tarp and all the hay goes out, and we'll just turn this into some bedding for some of the older goats. As far as the inside goes, I don't know. I just like to take a leaf blower and blow it all out. I know you can sweep these things out, but this particular Aluma trailer has got that nice slotted floor to give you some traction so you don't slip and slide. I find that to kind of be a pain to sweep. So I just like to blow it out. And then, you know, in goes the auger, in goes my ice fishing sleds. Kids help me out quick. Back the tractor up, hook it up, and stick it in one of the barns. And really, it's good to go for the next time we need it. Honestly, the next time we're going to need this cargo trailer with the box in it will be fair. I do hope the fairs go on. I can't honestly say I'm real optimistic right now. The environment is no travel, no movement. But on the farm, we'll try and be positive. You know, we got all of April, May, and June left before the fair hits. So maybe we'll be blessed with the ability to still enjoy the fair with the family. And, you know, I hope everybody will be in good health come that time. And that means everybody in the farming world that we know. So if that's not the case, well, that's all right. We'll raise these goats up and use them for our farm for our own purposes. And we'll try again next year. Thank you for watching and supporting our homesteading channel, folks. This is how we transport and move goats around. Thank you.